Hi, and welcome to episode 128, very long overdue, of the We Are Yarn podcast. My name's Amanda. I'm your host today.
I'm going down to the drugstore, buy a big old skein of yarn. I'm gonna knit me a kitten, even if you don't give a darn.
Okay, my coffee is almost out. We are in my kitchen today, so lighting, everything's a little bit different. I have a huge window over here, so sorry. I have a small child next to me, and he's ready for more fun with his Ferris wheel. You do what you gotta do, right? Let's see if I can turn it off and him still play with it. He may still enjoy it. We'll see. Anyway, I realized it has been 6-ish weeks since I recorded, and I have some things to show you guys. I know! So let's get going. I am, like I said, in my kitchen because we are already in here in the high chair. No, we're going to have it. It's got to be turned on. And I just figured it'd be easier to pile everything up in here than move everything back in the craft room. I haven't been in there in a while. Anyway. We're in the kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. Alright, so, like I said, my name is Amanda. I am Mandy Cat, MandiKat on Ravelry. Instagram, MandyCat509. And Pinterest. All of my information is on a splash screen at the very end of the podcast. So, pay attention to the end if you're interested in following me on social media. On Instagram, if you are not listed as a knitterly type person, I will not friend you. I've had some people try to contact me on Facebook recently, but I'm kind of private about my Facebook because more personal information goes on there than on Instagram and all, and I just try to keep those separate. Anyway, so the last time you saw me, I had decided to knit the heck out of a blanket. Right here. And I did, and I managed to finish it. And this is all of the yarn I had left. Yay! This is all that I have left of the Line brand Suede. I know, baby. And yeah, so here's my blanket. I made the mistake. Okay, really, from back here, it looks really nice. Like when you guys see it, it really does. It looks nice. It's huge. This is the middle. Right here where my finger's poking out is the middle. So you see how big it is. I'm 5'3", so that means my wingspan is about 5'3", right? That's what they say. And it's about my wingspan, so, well, plus some. So it's probably, what, maybe 68 inches across. I don't know how many centimeters those are. Sorry. But, yeah, maybe almost 2 meters, maybe. And it is snugly. Here's the thing. So this is a I'll show you here. It's so much softer here now because it is a Chanel yarn. This was Line brand Suede, like I said. And I had some inconsistencies because it took me so long to knit it. I had some inconsistencies in my stitches. I was hoping when I put it in the washer that it would kind of even everything out. Well, this is all grabby on itself, guys, right? It's like Velcro, just pulling against itself. And so it didn't really even out much. And then my cats have had a field day with it and pulled stitches out even more. I think I actually found a spot where I dropped a stitch, but it ran down to where I had done a knit two together, and it stopped there. And so it's so epic, yet so full of fail. It's so funny. But it is toasty warm. I still have not woven any of my ends in because, why? It's just for me. I may one day. And I haven't had a darning needle with me to do that, but I did get it done. there it is. But yeah, like I said, so I put it in the washing machine. It did not even anything out. I tossed it in the dryer on just like the air dry, no heat fluff, thinking that it wouldn't cause a problem. But it's not as soft as the yarn was in the ball now. So I should have air dried it. So if you have line brand suede, you are making a blanket. I don't know if I don't think the washing machine was the problem because I did a gentle cycle. Just know that was my experience. Line brand suede, I don't even think is being made anymore. So if you don't have any in your stash already or are planning on shopping stashes, it's not going to be a problem. That was the Radiating Star Blanket by Alexis Layton. I used a US 10 needle. So I do have some, I'm so sorry. Can you focus on me? Let's give him something that's not quite as loud. How about this big block? Hey baby, can you play with something else for a little bit? Yeah? It's not nearly as much fun, but maybe it'll keep him occupied. Alright, so after I got done with that, I pulled out my hand spun. I had some Shetland that I had spun specifically for this pattern. It is in my chicken boots bag that I got for Christmas with the butterflies. Yeah, you like this bag, don't you? Isaac really likes this bag. So I had two colors. I had gray and a very dark brown that I spun, and I thought that they were pretty much similar in the consistency of the yarn, and they were not. The gray was much thicker. I did not have nearly as much gray as I did the brown. I thought I would still have enough to knit it as is, though I did not. So this was I did first off, you do this triangle with the two colors with the stripes. Don't drop it. And I ended up binding off with the brown instead of the gray because I wanted to conserve my gray because I knew I was starting to run out. And then you pick up along the edge and you do this short row section, which I think looks really nice. It's kind of scallopy looking to me, but I think that'll block right out. And then I looked down in my bag and I had barely a handful of yarn left. So I went ahead and abandoned the short row section and went to the skinny stripe section. And the directions actually say you can just do that section until you run out. This is how much of the skinny stripe section I got done before I ran out. This is all of my yarn, the gray. I won my yarn chicken there. So from here on, it's just brown with decreases until I'm happy with the length, I guess. Or I run out of brown, whichever comes first. So this is Bolt by Vera Valimaki in my own hand spun Shetland. And it's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. Excited. So that's where I am on that. But of course, now that I'm only knitting with one color on it, and it's the same thing over and over and over and over again, it's boring. I am fickle, what can I say? But that's my Bolt. Maybe it'll get done within the next 6 weeks before I talk to you next. My poor child, as a newborn, developed torticollis, which is a shortening of the muscle in the neck here. And the way it works, it shortens and pulled his neck to the left, pulled his head to the left. So we get to go to physical therapy for that. And this is my diaper bag knitting for physical therapy. These are my socks that I started to take to the hospital when I was in labor. And this is how far I've gotten. So I'll work on these maybe a half hour a week. But I thought I'd made it far enough to show you guys. This is Knit Picks in the Fizzy colorway, Knit Picks Felici. And I'm doing the vanilla latte style slip one, knit one when it changes color. And I'm maybe, I don't know, over halfway to my heels. I'll be doing the Fish Lips Kiss heel. So that's that. It's running around in my Knitter Nightmare bag. I don't know who made it. The Knitter's Nightmare. Ball sack. Alright. So that's what I've been working on. I want to start because, like I said, that bolt has gotten boring. And I realized it was because I no longer had two colors. Did I not bring it with me? Oh, yes, I did right here. Yes, I did right here. I thought I had. I want to start the Taygete, whatever, by Ronnie Hill. I do not have a picture of it, but it is a two-color shawl. You work it, it's kind of an elongated triangle. Two-color stripes for the body, and then you pick up along the edge. There's a lace section, and then you bind off with a picot looking edge that I may or may not do. But so I have, in the spirit of Silly Frou, Sassypants Knit of the Sassypants Knitter podcast, Knit the Precious. I have this ball of it's raw silk. I've had it since my first or second SAF, so we're talking 4 years easy. And I've been waiting around for the perfect pattern. Tasha Tay is kind of my precious as well. I've been hoarding that 7 Small Shawls booklet. I wanted to knit every one, and I've been hoarding them, waiting on the perfect yarn to come. I also have, in the spirit of Knit Yo Balls, with Silly Frou as well, I have this ball of Araucania Renko in a burgundy that I think will be fabulous with that. Yeah, don't you think? And it's February. Knit Yo Balls for February is anything red, pink, or purple. So this would just fit in all sorts of Knit Yo Preciouses and Knit Yo Balls. I doubt I would get it done. Today is the 17th of February. There's no way I could finish it in, what, 16 days? Is that how many days I had? No. 14, 15, like 12 days? There's no way. But I may cast it on anyway, just because I'm really excited to have finally settled on what I'm going to do with this. But I had thought about starting some mitts, some fingerless mitts with this yarn that I've had. I actually acquired it already caked up. I have 2 balls of this, pretty red. And this is Cascade Rustic. And it is a wool linen blend. I would not call it soft. It comes 198 yards per ball. And I thought about starting some fingerless mitts, and I actually kind of got that far and then decided the pattern I chose I wasn't in love with. And I'm going to start over with another pattern. I think that's the sound of my baby making me a present. So we may need to hurry this up so that I can receive my present. So yeah, I found a free pattern. This bag is was a gift from Caffeinated Gert for Christmas. Love it. I may go ahead and knit up these fingerless mitts because I need the inspiration to knit these balls. And I found a free fingerless mitt pattern on Ravelry, but I have not settled on it yet, so I'm not going to talk about it yet. So that's kind of what's in the works for me now. I have been spinning as well. For the Caffeinated Knitting Podcast, who are spinning 12 and 16. My first that I finished in January is from Funky Carolina, the Bombit colorway. It was a superwash merino cashmere silk blend. It still is. 4 ounces. And I just tore it in the middle, 2-plot it. Here it is. Isn't that lovely? All of the colors, all of the time. So, so pretty. And it is so squishy. I can't wait to knit it into something fabulous for around my neck, I think. Yeah. So that is that. And for the February, I actually finished my February spin. Here it is in my bag of goodies next to me. So this is from Highland Handmaids. It's the Jewel Thief colorway. Why won't you? There it goes, Jewel Thief. This is her Pitch Pine Top, which is Cheviot, 4 ounces. And here it is. And I fractal spun this. So what I did is I tore it in the middle. It was folded in half, and the colors were repeated twice down the length of the fiber. So I tore it in half and spun the first one just as it was, no pre-drafting, didn't tear it down, just the big bit back and forth across it all the way. The other half I tore into 6 or 8 different bits, long ways, so that the color repeats were much shorter to ensure I got maximal barber poling. Then it ended up that the part that I had kind of pre-drafted that I'd torn into bits, I had a lot left over. A lot. So I Andean-plotted that. Not Andean-plotted. I'm a filthy liar. I chain plot it. So this is a 3, it ended up 3-ply. There is some barber poling because, like I said, this was the pre-drafted bit, and the color repeats were much, much shorter. So you can see some sections there where colors overlapped. But I think that's pretty. I may, after I get done, I haven't washed either of these. Got a phone call, had to answer it. I have not washed any of this, so it will eventually get a bath. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I think this would make a lovely bluebird of happiness. Like I said, I want to do something fabulous for my neck with this. So, that's those. Slide them back down in this little bag. This is the bag that I use for my spinning. I made this bag. It's a heavy canvas-like material on the outside. I put some satin type material on the inside. It's fabulous. And then finally, I have some acquisitions. I now have a local yarn shop again in Maryville, the Hook and Needle. And it is a lovely, lovely shop. If you're ever on your way up to the mountains and you are taking the scenic route through Maryville, you should try to plan your trip so that you can make a stop there, because it really is an adorable, sweet little shop, and she has stuff for everyone. She does have some spinning fiber, and I purchased some. The Unplanned Peacock had sent her some to sell. And this is the colorway Alien. It is a superwash merino top. And it looks like it'll be a fun, quick spin. Yeah. Kind of manly. Okay, give me just a second. I'm almost done, baby. She had the grand opening. That's when I grabbed all this. I bought some, this is my first Manos del Uruguay. Got some Maxima. Fruits of the Forest. Okay. I'm almost done. Give me just like 3 more minutes, sweetheart. Okay. I purchased some Dragonfly Fibers, a gradient set. And this was very much an impulse buy. I saw it behind the counter, and I think Christy, the owner, was very pleased I did because 3 of us ended up buying these. I got the Cheshire Cat colorway of their gradient set. So this is Dragon Sock. It's superwash merino, 100%. You get a grand total of 585 yards. And see, it's this lovely pale blue to this real deep indigo blue. So pretty. God, it's gonna be so pretty. Can't wait. And then she had, I got some tools. Tools don't count, right, towards your stash. You can buy them and not feel guilty. I got a 40-inch Knitter's Pride Nova Cubics. I guess for some reason it never dawned on me that they made their cubic needles, Knitter's Pride, for sock knitting. I don't know why. The smallest she had was a US 1.5, which is perfectly acceptable for me. I want to knit my little guy here some tube socks, you know, as long as I can, you know, way up his thigh, and then let him grow into them. And I'll be doing that on those. And then she had, the Knitter's Pride has started making their cables in colors. So I got one of their short cables, the 20-inch, that's blue. And I got the one that makes 32-inch, that's orange. So I'll be able to use those with my Cubics interchangeable set. And I had lots of fun. I originally went in, I was going to allow myself 1 item. This was originally my 1 item. And then I went, no, 1 of each. So then I got this. Crazy impulse buy. Tools don't count. I had a big time at the Hook and Needle. Go visit her. You can see she has a wide variety. She has, you know, the indie dyers. She has commercially available. She has yarn for the entire spectrum of knitter. Whatever your budget is, she has something that can fit into it. And that's all. This is a pretty short episode. I actually managed to keep my jibber jabber to a minimum today. You want to check out my baby? There's my baby. Say hey, Isaac. Say hey. Yeah? Let me see if I can get him to smile for you. He's a little tired. We've started eating oatmeal. Can you smile? Say nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Yeah. Nom 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 nom. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Alright, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen. He is at the end. He's done. So I'm gonna go. Let me finish up. Just like 30 seconds. Have a wonderful whatever amount of time it is until I see you again. I hope you enjoyed ogling at my projects. And please check out Sassypants Knitter SPK on Ravelry in the groups for her fun Knit Yo Balls and Knit Yo Precious's knit-alongs. Please check out Caffeinated Knitting for their Spin 12 and 16 spin-along. And I will see you again sometime soon. Bye.
I just can't wait to finish. I got the kitten knitting blues. No, I just can't wait to finish. That's why I got those kitten knitting blues.